First question: do you often visit a museum? Um, I think no. I don't visit museum very often, but I usually go to a museum if someone invite me, or when I go to a different city or country, I would like to choose museum to visit because they have like a history culture of that place, so I can learn from that. Next is, have you ever been to a historical museum? um I just Yes, I have been to historical museum for a few times. um I remember I have visit a museum in Hanoi. I'm not sure about the name, but in there it show like my country during the war, what we use, the a weapon that we have used, and like how my how Vietnamese people in the past used to against this war. And also there are some like clothes and picture here. uh the the best thing about there is have a big plane that we have used during the war, and it's kind of big and interesting. The third question is, when was the last time you visited a museum? The last time, I think that is the last semester of my school year. My school have took a tour trip to visit nhà tù Hỏa Lò, and in that I can we have a headphone and a kind of device that if we pick a numbers, and so we can listen to the information about that place. So we will move to the room. If we have a number of that room, move to like that. And it's kind of interesting because I have never been to any museum that's use that device, because most of them are like have a board of the a board of information next to the things, and we just read. And have I have ever tried a device that read the information for us. Next is, are there many or any museum in your hometown? Of course, there are a few in my hometown. Um, I remember they have a big museum that show a local history, and another about art and science. Also, it have one is kind of big and other is smaller. I'm not sure that about that, but in there is kind of interesting, and it should be a place for a student and a lot of visitor to give it a try. Part 2, describe a museum. um, uh, I would like to describe a museum. I have told you I have visited in the last semester, in the first semester. So in that trip, we are like go with our class. And at first, when I go there, we are given a device and a headphone, uh, and we go to from the room 1 to, I don't remember how much room it has, but it have a number on the each side of the room, which is have different things uh, about that museum, and we just choose the number which is have the same as the number of that things, and then we can listen to information during we walk around and take a look of everything. and then it have a way that we can go outside to take a look at the tree in that wall. And when we go outside, is have a room which have a uh, people template, which is really same as the real people. And I want to take a look at that, and it's kind of jump scare, cause the way they are painting that is exactly really like the reality. And at the last of the trip, we are take a look at the place of this museum. We want to play that uh, play that place, and it seemed like the actor is really good, and all of us are like in a deep thought. So after that place, I are understanding how hard our country they used to do during the war, and understanding much more about how hard they need to do to again that. Next question in part three. Next, do people in your country enjoy visiting historical places? Yes, of course, because I I think that Vietnamese people, they are famous for their how they love their country, and also for young people, um, in the internet, on the TikTok that I have see, they are training with the historical museum, and we go there to take a picture a lot, and it's kind of one of the best visitor site for everyone. Next is how important it is to protect historical places. Um, it's very important. Historical places help us to remember our past, and re- like reminded about how hard the past people used to live, and what they have make for this peaceful life. And and it's kind of one of the our famous uh, famous culture. So we must we should be like take care of all of them, and to avoid from damage and losing important part of our culture. Next, do you think history can be learned in museum? Yes, of course, and I seem like a museum is a better place to learn historical rather than teaching a school or so for some side. But teaching school still good. uh I think that because in museum we have real things that we can like touch it, feel it, and take a look at it. So it is much more interesting for a student to learning here. Because when I go to a museum, kind of curious about everything in here rather than listen to a teacher at my school. Next is how can people protect their local historical places? Um, they have a various way to protect it. They can keep them cleaned, do not damage that historical places, or follow a rule. And some of things that is really important, they cannot touch them to damage it. And for school, which is give a student to have a trip to there, so they can like uh, tell the student to not damage it or like running around for avoid like accidentally damage it. So my plus question is talking about the time that I have make a mistake. So for that I think so when you make a mistake, I think my mistake is when I was forget to do my task at school. It is about project, my literature project in the last semester. First because is this how I need to do this project during my end of term test. So at that time I was really busy and was too stressed about the end of term test. So I was forgot that project. But when the teacher she reminded me about the project, I was kind of angry because I got too much work to do, but I still need to do that project. I was like curious. I was make a question about like why she don't keep the project to after term test, and I was angry, and I kind of feel like hate her. But after a time, and I remind that it's not her fault because that's what my school need, and we are still need to do this project to take enough score for us to put in our individual profile. So after I just asked her about to keep the deadline for a week, just after end of term test for 1 or 2 days for us, cause we are too stressed to practice for the end of term test. So she okay with that and allowed her to keep a project for a week. At the end, I still done that project, and I'm kind of feel bad about why I have been hate her, even it's not her fault, and I feel better after end of term test. Can I not be spread anything and finish my project? And I think right now I'm hers is okay, nothing at all.